You're this perp back with another video. Just got done watching Doom Patrol Season 3, Episode 6. Getting close to the finale. Definitely a slower episode, slower paced episode. But let me know how you guys feel about this episode in the comments below. Where do you think this is all going to go? Hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at PerpMind420. With all that being said, let's get right into it because right off the bat, I have some interesting theories. So, this is called 1917 Patrol. The episode opens up with Rita, and there's this narrator explaining everything as time is kind of flashing back. And my mind instantly went with Mr. Nobody. Is Mr. Nobody back and we just don't know it yet? And I think that's going to be a big um reveal. That would be a dope way to kind of bring his character back at the end of season 3, going into season 4. I think the Brotherhood of Evil is pretty much going to be Doom Patrol's endgame. They're just introducing us to the Sisterhood of Dada. And man, let me know how you guys feel about that because the brain now has kind of like this sketch of the time machine. So, where is that going to come into play? Is that going to be something, like I said, that's going to be revealed in the finale, or are they going to be setting this up for a future season? I don't know. So Rita travels back in time, loses her memory, similar to how Madame Rogue did. So she doesn't know who she is. All she knows is, she has this note from the Sisterhood of Dada and Laura's name. We get introduced to the Bureau once again, and the place still looks the same. Obviously, it's just 100 years in the past. But like I said, there's a lot of different interesting things, how the Sisterhood of Dada is kind of like this rebellious kind of group. They kind of work in secret until Rita comes into play and kind of inspires them a little bit more. And that seems to be the overall theme of this episode. Like, ever since episode 5, the group has kind of questioned who they are, especially Cyborg, because he kind of is asking himself, like, who am I really? Because the bicycle dude, whatever, kind of got into his head. Cliff, he's kind of doing his own thing, trying to find his own purpose. It's going to be interesting to see who's the person that wants to buy pretty much his parts and stuff for, like, I think it was like 50K or something. His name was like Fuzzy Rim Job something 42. It was hilarious, but I think that's going to tie into something possibly into season 4. Maybe that's hinting that Cliff could get a new body. I feel like Cliff could still get a new body or something like that in the future. I don't know. Larry's dealing with stuff with his son. They're kind of clashing. I feel bad. That was a sad scene to watch because them just going back and forth. Like, you see the frustrations of his son, like telling Larry, like, you were a shitty father, you were never there, and then for Larry to kind of flip that on him, it's crazy. Another interesting part about this episode is Jane and Kay. Jane wants Kay to go up, and we get an actual time frame of how long Kay's been down there in the underground. She's been there for 70 years. Has not seen the real world in 70 years. That's crazy, bro. That's pretty wild to think about. But the different personalities don't like how Jane is operating. So there might be a whole civil war going down in the underground. And that's what's so interesting about this show. You got so many different characters and world buildings. You got the Bureau, you got the underground, you got the Sisterhood of Dada. You got the dead boy detectives. You got all these different interesting characters, and I'm curious to see how it's all going to pretty much come about. But essentially, Rita, this is Rita's episode. You know what I'm saying? She got to kind of relive life going back into the past and going into this different era, meeting this group of people that are very similar to the Doom Patrol. So, and then at the very end, Laura, or Madame Rogue, she's still trying to figure out who this Sisterhood of Dada is and why they are after her, but not knowing that she's really like the leader of the Sisterhood of Dada. And I'm so fascinated by how this is all going to come together, and if she's going to start to remember, because the piffle paffle thing pops up in burnt letters and stuff like that, in flames. So it's going to be interesting, and I really think, I have a theory. I really believe that Mr. Nobody is really behind all this, because we haven't heard a narrator since season one. Now going into this, it's just like it all makes sense, and I'm wondering how. And I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, right? Something's going to happen in season three. Well, the end of season three, that leads into season four. Maybe the Sisterhood of Dada and the Doom Patrol have to combine forces to take down the Brotherhood of Evil, because we still don't know how many members of the Brotherhood of Evil there are. We know Mr. Nobody was a part of that at one point. We got the Brain, we got the Gorilla guys. So we don't exactly know how many characters are actually in the Brotherhood of Evil. In this, we get to see a lot more of who's a part of the Sisterhood of Dada and what certain characters are capable of. I liked it. The Japanese chick, I forget her name. Her power is pretty cool. She could kind of make you just see what you want to see and stuff like that. Interesting episode, man. It's definitely a slower paced episode, but I enjoyed it. I'm still intrigued by the story and where it's going. Each episode just feels like its own kind of thing, but still connected. Let me know how you guys feel about this episode in the comments below. Till next week, I'll see y'all later. Peace.